You ever have a neighbor who thinks they own the entire street? Well, meet Mr. Henderson. I just bought my first home, a cute little fixer-upper on a decent plot of land. For the first 6 months, it was a dream. Then I went on a 10-day business trip to Chicago. When I pulled into my driveway at 11 p.m. on a Friday, I didn't see my garden. I saw a gray, 6-foot-tall cinder block wall. And the worst part? It wasn't on the property line. It was 5 feet into my yard, cutting right through my prize-winning hydrangeas. I didn't even unpack. I marched over to Henderson's and knocked. No answer. The next morning, I found him admiring his handiwork. I asked him what the hell he was thinking. He just smirked, adjusted his glasses, and said, "I checked the city maps, kid. This is my land. You've been trespassing on my lawn for months. Consider the wall a favor." I was fuming. I called the cops, but you know the drill. It's a civil matter, sir. They told me to get a survey. The problem? A modern survey costs thousands of dollars and takes weeks to schedule. Henderson knew this. He figured I was a broke millennial who wouldn't fight back. He even started stacking firewood against his new wall on my side of the line. But here's the thing Henderson didn't know about my house. It was built in the 1920s and had been owned by the same family for 70 years before I bought it. While I was cleaning out the crawl space under the stairs, a place so dusty I'm pretty sure I developed a new allergy, I found a rusted metal deed box. Inside wasn't just the original deed. It was a professional land survey from exactly 30 years ago, commissioned by the previous owners when they put in a pool that was never built. I unfolded the yellowed paper and my jaw hit the floor. Not only was the wall on my land, but the property line actually sliced through Henderson's property much further than anyone realized. According to the certified city stamp document, Henderson's entire detached 2-car garage, the one he spent $50,000 remodeling last year, was sitting 4 feet onto my property. I didn't go back to his house. I went to a lawyer. My lawyer, a shark named Sarah, sent a certified letter to Henderson with a copy of the 30-year-old survey and a simple demand: remove the wall within 72 hours, or we go to court for the wall and the garage. I watched through my window when he got the letter. He went from smug to ghostly white in about 3 seconds. He came over to my porch, shaking, trying to negotiate. He offered to buy the 5 feet of land for me. I told him the price was $50,000, the exact cost of his garage. He started screaming, calling me a thief. I just pointed at the wall and said, "You have 48 hours left." On Monday morning, a demolition crew showed up. Henderson had to pay them out of pocket to tear down the wall he just spent $5,000 building. But I didn't stop there. Since he'd been such a nightmare, I made him sign a legal easement agreement that pays me a monthly rent for the land his garage sits on. If he ever misses a payment, I have the legal right to demand the garage be demolished. Now, every time I see him out front, he won't even look at me. He keeps his head down and stays well away from the new, very pretty wooden fence I built exactly 1 inch inside my actual property line. The moral of the story? Check your crawl spaces, folks. You might just find the leverage you need to take down